Now let's have the conversation. Let's bring in Christopher Sunday. Thank you so much for being with us, Christopher. Now, is the state of our politics, when you look at the queues of defections, I just brought out some names. Is this the trend that we are going to see from now? A lot of people defecting from the opposition to the APC.
Thanks for having me again. First of all, we have to, as I always do, we have to lay at least the first premise. And I will lay my premise by asking, first, on what ground was Nigeria political system founded? On what ground was APC, Labour Party, PDP, SDP, Zenith, whatever, on what ground or grounds were those political parties founded? Were they founded on ideology, integrity? What was their purpose-driven mechanism or machine? What propels them? What instigated their political mindset into forming political parties? Were they formed because of the constitutional provision of right of association? Were they formed because they want to salvage the maladministration that is bewildering the country? Going by all these questions and the happenings, the recent happenings in our political system, you will understand that one of the problems that we are facing in this country in our political arena is lack of ideology. We lack ideology, we lack direction, and the truth of the matter is that nobody is out to solve the problem of Nigeria. We are only in politics to solve our own problems, our immediate problems, first as an individual, second, business associate, third, family, and then fourth, before we not start thinking of the poor masses, our constituencies. Now, let me go straight to your question. What could have happened, or what happened between February last year, when Daniel Bwala, the revered lawyer, when he dumped Tinubu and APC and joined Atiku of PDP on what he called lopsidedness in the selection of their party's candidate, that is the Muslim ticket, Tinubu and Shetima. Today now, he has not come direct, but he has been singing praises. And that is one of the things politicians want to hear, somebody who will stand and lie for them. As intelligent as Daniel Bwala is, this is where he has found himself. He wants to be politically correct. Now he has shifted from the reason why he left APC and Tinubu back now to say that it is not about political party or parties, but it is about good governance. So for him, he has not spoken about the increase in price of commodities. Daniel Bwala has not spoken about fuel subsidy, whether it is removed or not. Daniel Bwala is not talking about the hardship that has bewildered us in this country. He is only now praising Tinubu for his own first, like I mentioned, personal interest. That is one. You mentioned Donye Okupe, who, sorry if I didn't mention that name very well, the DG campaign for Labour Party, P2B. Now, strategically, he has left Labour Party, but he has not picked any political party. But I can put it to you subjectively though, that he is just buying and negotiating time so that he can move either into APC or go back to his party, the PDP. But again, let us go back into the fundamental issues here, the constitutional issue. Or let me say the electoral law as signed by the SY president, that one, no political party, nobody should live or should I don't want to quote it wrongly. Okay, let me start by the provision of, if you contest an election under a particular political party and you dump the political party, automatically that seat is gone. You no longer have it because the position you contested for belongs to your political party. But is that the case today? That is one. Two, in this country, an electoral law was signed, and that they say no individual should buy two nomination forms. But the SY Senate president and his brother in Sokoto, is it Sokoto or which state now? You know what the problem that came, and the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the former Senate president.
Now, Christopher, you just gave us a timeline of how people, misbehave in terms of moving from one party to the other, due to their sole interest. Now, many are saying that the opposition is dead. Christopher, is it true that the way things are going, it means that the opposition in this country is dead?
I was on a live program on one of the television stations in Abuja recently, and I did mention that for now, we only have Peter Obi as an opposition, not a Labour Party. Peter Obi is the only opposition we have in Nigeria now.
Sorry to cut in, Christopher. What about the Labour Party? Why do you think that they are no longer an opposition party?
If you look at it very well, there is a serious fracas within the walls of Labour Party. Remember, before Peter Obi picked the ticket of Labour Party had no structure. So in the process of getting this structure, some persons were sent, let me use the word sent, into the party so they can crack it down. Don't forget that immediately after the general presidential election, there was a problem between, not problem per se, but there was a controversy between Peter Obi and Pat Utomi. And after that, we were made to understand, whether true or false, that Pat Utomi was actually sponsored by the president now, that is the candidate of APC. And we also heard that unknowingly to Peter Obi, Tinubu was the one sponsoring Labour Party through Pat Utomi. Again, Peter Obi, as a lone voice, has been an advocate of change and good governance. But where he has failed is that he is yet to synergize between him and the party, where instead of seeing him as a presidential candidate to be an opposition, we are only instead of seeing his party as an opposition, we are only seeing him as opposition. It will make sense more if Peter Obi can bring forward, maybe work on the structure of Labour Party, so that the press releases, the press statement, whatever it is, that will come in form of opposition will come from the party instead of from him as an individual. Because if you're a lone voice in the wilderness, people can barely hear you. There will be no force. They will just say that maybe he's ranting in quote because he was not able to win the election. But again, if Labour Party cannot put their house together to form opposition now, there are chances of giving the blow to the ruling party right now in 2027 won't be there. Now we talk about PDP because PDP also is there. You can see that PDP was overconfident during the last election, especially their presidential candidate. And since the ruling of the Supreme Court, just recently, he came up to, the only thing we heard recently from him is that he may likely contest again in 2027. Now, we are not facing governance. Governance is not just for the ruling party. Governance is even for opposition, because opposition is supposed to serve as a checkmate, the ruling party. But what do we have today? Go to the National Assembly. You can see that people from every party, other parties are jumping into APC. Now, what does that tell you? It simply means that wherever you can be to win your daily bread as a politician, go there and win. People will tell you governorship or president or governance or whatever, winning an election is like, okay, let me put it direct. Government money is like an elephant. You can cut it from any angle you are, because every part of the elephant is what has flesh down to the fingers, the ears, the nose, the mouth, everywhere. So it's like the political palace, the national cake. So wherever you can go to get your own national cake, that is what you should go and do. Stop criticizing. The only person I have seen now that is joining force with Peter Obi in what looks like opposition is Kenneth Okonkwo.
Now, Patutomi, who is a chieftain in the Labour Party, says major opposition leaders in the country should shun personal interest for talks of a mega coalition. Of course, that's been the, major thing that you have been trying to say to us today on the show, Christopher. But how do stakeholders who are supposed to cheer the move for a formidable opposition, how are they supposed to move in such a way that they can keep grasp of people who will come in, maybe from the main party, the ruling party, and to jeopardize the structure that they have currently in their party? Because I recall earlier on you said that the Labour Party does not have a structure, that only Peter Obi is the opposition. Now, how do stakeholders in these particular parties with ambition of forming a coalition truly form a formidable coalition?
And it narrows down or goes back to the question or to the premise I laid at the beginning of this program. And the question is, on what, if at all they are going to form a coalition, on what ideology are they going to form the coalition party? Do they have a mission? Do they have a vision? And if they do, are they sincere to it, to the mission and vision that they have stated before forming the coalition? Do they have the same political conviction, or they are forming political party to seize power from PDP so that we continue to have what we are having with the APC now? Because for me, APC is yet to be a political party. This is a party where anybody that has interest. As long as you can bring your interest on the table of those who are at the aim of affair of the party, you are a good person. You are good to go. Let me tell you what will happen in 2027. In fact, it has started happening. Of course, we have listened to the judgment of the Supreme Court this morning, and you can, from there, know what is going to happen. For those who won at the Supreme Court, I put it to you, probably, I may be wrong, there was a bargain for them to win. And for those who lost, probably they were not able to place their card well. And let me tell you, people are saying Nigeria is moving into one-party system. No. Nigeria is not moving into one-party system. Nigeria is already a one-party state.
Now, let me ask you this question, Christopher. Is the president responsible for putting Nigeria in a one-party system, just as you have alleged? And of course, I hope you know what that fully means. So let me ask you, since you're asking the question.
Is the president doing anything in that regard against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? It's not. Unfortunately, he knows how to play the game. Unfortunately, he knows what politicians want. He has been in politics for almost 35 years. For 35 years now, you know, we all know his history. He is a patient politician. Tinubu goes for those who are hard on him.
Thank you, Christopher, for your thoughts. Now, quickly, let's move to our next talking point, which has to do with taking a glance at what's been happening in Rivers politics. Now, the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, on Thursday held a closed-door meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but he did not reveal anything to journalists as regards the sole purpose of that meeting. But people are not reasoning too far in connecting what the meeting was all about with all the crises that we've seen happen in Rivers State. Now, what are your fears with all that has happened? You know, I don't want to go through all the drama. You are aware of them. With what is going on in Rivers State, do you have any fears that this could translate, you know, to other states in the country and even to the national level, where we talk about presidential elections, given the dynamics that we have seen, you know, played out?
First of all, let me state it categorically clear, subjectively anyway, that the governor of Rivers State now, Fubara Sim, is administering democracy under duress. Or let me put it right, under what I term political duress. But again, I think he wasn't wise with his action. He was too quick to win over power or to be in control of the power that he was given by his godfather. This same Fubara, when he was coming on board, so many persons from his own clan kicked against him. And his godfather, the present FCT minister, insisted that power should go round. And then he forced them, he even forced his own person to step down, and they made him the DG of Fubara's campaign organization. But after the ruling, after the election, they now felt their person has become the governor. He has the power now to fight Wike the same way Wike fought Amechi. But he has forgotten to understand, he forgot to understand that Wike and Amechi have different style of political life. Now, I expected that he should calm down, enjoy his first 2 years, allow the court processes to come to an end, and then he can now strike to stand to take over power without being dictated to. but he couldn't. It was not smart to be patient. Again, the Supreme Court ruling this morning, Rivers State ought to have been among the states. Nasarawa State ought to have been among the states. But I want to keep Nasarawa aside since the subject matter is rivers. Let me tell you, that river case at the Supreme Court may be there for as long as they want it to be there. They are using that Supreme Court case to blackmail the governor of Rivers State. And that is why I said he is acting under duress. He is just pretending that everything is okay. But I can tell you, if he does anything wrong right now, if he goes against that 8 points they gave him, the 8, how do you call it now? Yeah, the 8 points they gave him to abide by, bringing back the people that left, recognizing the speaker that is loyal to Wike and all that, and then bringing back again the what's it called? Stabling again the budget of Rivers State to the Rivers State House of Assembly. All those things you are seeing, that is why I said he's acting under duress.
All right, Christopher, are you not worried that politicians might play the game template that Wike has played, in sort of having a hold of onto power in the state, even though he is not the governor of the state?
Wike is the one in charge of Rivers State. One, he is of the PDP. He brought the governor, and then now the APC has made him another governor in the capacity of the FCT. So he's the one playing the Wike is still having the structure of PDP in Rivers State. In fact, let me also tell you, authoritatively from a serious information, that even the APC in Rivers State is in Wike's hand right now. About a month or two ago, they collapsed their structures, not at the state level anyway, to pave way for him. Now, what are we saying simply? What Atiku is supposed to use Wike to achieve is what Tinubu is using Wike to achieve. Atiku was selfish. Though Wike is overdoing it, but Wike is reacting against the way he was treated. After the 2023, after the 2019 election, Atiku went back to Dubai. Wike sponsored PDP till the primaries. And we all know the game they played Wike. And he said, no problem, I am not angry. But we agreed that if the power should go to a northerner should pick the ticket, the party chairman should step down. But Atiku refused, and he still kept Senator Ayu. And that was why Wike felt, okay, since they have done this, I will also deal with them. And systematically, are we not seeing it before our eyes that Wike is dealing with PDP?
All right. Thank you, Christopher, for your thoughts today on the current state of politics in Nigeria. Because of time, that is all that we can take. But I'm just praying and hoping that 2024 will be less drama when we talk about politics.
Sorry, if you are expecting that this year, 2024, will be less drama-free politically, then you have not. I want to tell you that you have not even opened your book of politics this year.
Now, Christopher, you're laughing, but what I actually said is, I hope. I am not prophesying, neither am I declaring that there will be no drama in politics in Nigeria come 2024. But of course, thank you so much for your time. And that's the much that we can take right here today on Politics Now. We'll be following updates regarding the developments surrounding the Supreme Court's judgment on Kano, Plateau, and other states' governorship elections. Next time on Politics Now. But for now, it's time to go. My name is Mono Balagwogo. Thank you for staying right here.